Not yet. Okay.
The dog pound will be barking as EA Sports is pleased to join you from the always raucous Cleveland Browns Stadium in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. But today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford.
Jerome Ford on the return. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
A guy coming off his best season as a pro, here's Nick Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Now a throw here, hauled in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
3rd and 2, Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Now a 3-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. And he's got a Bengals first down as he gets this up past the 30.
A solid pickup there by Mixon, and when he's running it this way, the Cincinnati offense takes on an extra dimension. They love to run the football and shut people down with Mixon carrying the load.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Making the tackle there, Martin Emerson.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Now Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Short throw to Smith. The 20. 5. Touchdown. Irv Smith Jr. 49 yards. And the Bengals are on the board here first in the season opener. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But the two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. No gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals 7, Browns nothing.
2nd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Now Watson, he's going to move him around.
Hey, 31, alert! 64! Hey, 59!
Back to throw again. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, what a start to the season here. Cincinnati and Cleveland, AFC North rivals, Ohio rivals. I don't know what to make of this division. It feels like anyone could win it, including these Browns.
And you're right about that. And how historic would that be if Cleveland did rise up and take the division? So far, since we've gone to this format, they have not won the division title. They're eager, they're excited, and they believe that this could be their year.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I thought at first he tried to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Gun.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
looking to pass. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Now you could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week one. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here comes third and about a foot.
Down, he's coming. 55. 54 down, he's coming.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They gave themselves options there on the third down play. We're able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, it's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now Watson going to get this into the hands of Chubb. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Up the middle, it's Chubb, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd down and 6 now. Here's Watson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Elijah Moore from 17 yards out. And the Browns are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They're passing here. Joe Burrow being chased out left. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 41. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback here. Right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. And he comes back with one complete. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a 1st down.
On 1st down, Watson. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Hey, 24.
Now Watson. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
24.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On first down, it's Watson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
By Melvin Ingram. A big loss on the play. Brings up
The final shot before the break. Watson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Burrow will throw. Goes right back to Smith again. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
There's 12.
Mixing up the middle. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From midfield now, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And they'll move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
11 empty tape. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on fourth. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On second down, here's Burrow. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. It was Myles Garrett that time who got in there and brought him down.
They had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Forced out to his left. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns will take over here just shy of the 30. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
31. Alert.
To throw is Watson. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Here's Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. Second and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Watson now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Watson looks to throw again. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Myles Murphy, that is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Looking to throw. Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So a little extra time to ponder this third and goal as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. Back to throw. Watson flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
Hopkins on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the fourth. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon, and he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here we go.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
First down. Here's Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. Steps away to his left. And this one too low.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here we go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. And Burrow going to throw again. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie-ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
After the interception, here's Watson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
To throw, Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Watson. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his helmet. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's third down now. Watson to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Fournette. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Here now, 2nd and goal. Chubb is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
For as good as Nick Chubb is in the open field, is every bit as good when they line him up down near the goal line. He's a speed back between the 20s, but a power back down close, and he forces his way into the end zone.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
11.
Burrow. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. Here's 2nd down.
11. 11 mighty. Stop.
Burrow. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Browns defense has a touchdown. That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
On the line, right? Stop.
A final shot now for Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. This time